Welcome back to another episode of the Press Room. I'm your host, Cooper Shepard, joined by, as always, my co-host and good friend, Nathan Bressel. It's good to be back, recording a day late, but it is what it is. Before we get into this episode, I want to get one thing off my mind. I hope none of you guys go crazy over this, but Drake's album was mid as fuck.
Yeah, not a fan.
I'm sorry. It just was. I'm a big Drake fan. Like, Her Loss, no skips, but this new album, It wasn't it, so... I just want to say that. Nobody come at me. That's just... I'm entitled to my opinion.
I think the longer you keep putting out music, like, in general, the worse it gets. Like, I feel like as an artist, like, Drake's last two albums weren't as good as, like, his...
Bro, his last album was fucking insane. I
mean, it's okay.
His last album was...
I prefer his older stuff.
Like, up until now, it's been amazing, but this last album wasn't it for me. But
I just prefer his older stuff.
Oh, well. All right, let's get into the talk of the week. OU, Texas. Obviously, we both picked Texas.
We got clowned on TikTok.
Yeah, that's our first decent...
Follow us on TikTok, by the way, if you haven't already.
First decent TikTok, 5,000 views. I didn't even know it did that much until I looked
you told me, I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Like on Monday or something.
And then I just see like this 40-year-old lady like clowning us.
Yeah.
In the comments.
There were some comments that got deleted by TikTok because they were calling us like retarded.
That's funny.
Anyways. Yeah, is OU legit?
I mean, they're definitely a top 6 team at this point. You can't argue that. Like, I mean... I think
they are.
Think so.
They have to. Okay, so in this game, Dylan Gabriel had 285. He only had one passing touchdown, but he had 113 rushing yards and one touchdown.
Yeah.
And then Quinn Ewers went 346 for one touchdown and 2 picks. One of which it wasn't his fault, but
yeah, that one.
Still, like, I
think it was the late first quarter. They were in the red zone. He threw it. And it tipped off the guy's hands.
We were watching that at that point. But yeah, I think OU's legit. They're gonna have to play Texas in the Big 12 championship again, obviously.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to beat them twice, which is very hard to do. But
yep, I think it's so tough. Like, part of me wants to put one of them in the playoff. Like, now that I'm kind of thinking about it, but like, part of me is like, I think Texas will beat them in the Big 12 championship.
Yeah.
So they'll both be 12-1 or 11-1 or whatever it is.
Okay, so if you have a one-loss Texas and they lost to OU, but they ended up beating them in the conference championship.
You take the conference champion.
Yeah, and they're going to be in the playoff, right?
Yeah.
So that's
you would think, but you have to see how the rest of the field is. Like, what if there's an undefeated Big Ten team, and then there's an undefeated SEC team, and
that's 2.
There's other teams.
There's not
like Pac-12. Like, what if Oregon runs the table?
That's not gonna happen.
You don't think Oregon's gonna run the table?
No.
Or USC?
No. USC's losing.
Okay, we'll see. I don't know. It'll be interesting to figure it all out. And obviously, the first playoff ranking that's by the committee is in week 9, so we're about 3 weeks out. I'm interested to see that first ranking just because that's the most important, just to see how they feel teams out.
I think there's going to be a Big 12 team in the playoff. Either OU wins out, they win the conference championship, obviously they'll be in. If Texas wins out and wins the Big 12, they're going to be in.
I think so. The Big 10 and the SEC have been known to be oftentimes have 2 teams in the playoff. We've seen it with Ohio State, Michigan. We've seen it with Bama, Georgia. I think the Big 12 and the Pac-12 are those teams this year that could sneak one in. Logistically, it doesn't make sense for the Big 10.
Sneak one, they're not gonna.
Okay, no, sneak two. My bad, I misspoke.
They're not gonna have
2.
Nah, there's.
You're saying OU and Texas could.
Yeah, not both of them. You were just talking about you were literally just arguing how.
But I'm thinking hypothetically.
Okay, well then the rest of the table.
Because if OU runs the table and then they lose to Texas and Texas is the one-loss champion, OU could still get in as a one-loss non-champion because Ohio State's done that multiple times. Bama's done that multiple times.
Okay, well it's gonna have to. Then everybody else is gonna have to be. It's gonna have to be
fucked. That's what I'm saying.
Fucked.
The field doesn't. But most likely, in my head, hypothetically, the Pac-12 and the Big 12 are more likely to do that than the Big 10 this year, just of the way the schedule's laid out. Penn State and Ohio State, if they both lose to Michigan, they're not getting in. Ohio State's not getting in if we lose. No shot.
What if Ohio State... yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hypothetically, those teams are stronger, in my opinion, have the stronger resume. Not saying Ohio State shouldn't be in that consideration. I just don't think the committee would take Ohio State from what they've put up so far. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't think Ohio State.
Especially unless we like blow out Penn State and blow out Michigan, or like and lose to Michigan. like it doesn't. I
Yeah.
just think there's going to be more likely like an OU Texas would both get in over like an Ohio State and Michigan this year.
Yeah, well, okay, well, bro, last year was fucked. That Ohio State should
Everyone
not
was
have
bad
made it
last year.
Yeah, like
There was no one else deserving.
There's very rare. It is very rare that Ohio State is going to lose to Michigan and make the playoff.
Last year was a year that we could have done the regular non-playoff, just put the two best teams in, and those were the best two teams. And that rarely happens now with the playoff. This year would be perfect if we had the 12. If we had the 12 playoff, like we're gonna have next year, because there's so many good teams that are right there, but there's no one like elite. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
We've seen Georgia stumble a little bit. Texas beat Bama, and then now they've lost, right? So this is one of those years where you're going to have a lot of teams that are like in that mid like 4 to 8 range that you could make a case for, and a 12-team playoff would make sense compared to last year where there was 3 elite teams and then everybody else.
Yeah,
So it's just so different every year.
I think there's going to be a Big 12 team get in.
Yeah,
For sure.
I could see it. It's just going to depend on how everything else lays out, and I think honestly, OU has a pretty easy schedule for the rest of the road.
They should
besides
win
the
out.
Big 12 championship.
Yeah.
Like, what's their toughest opponent? Kansas,
Yeah. Like, yeah.
West Virginia.
Yeah. That's,
So
bro, if you think about it, it is crazy that OU, obviously, they've been this powerhouse for so long. They have new coach, 6 and 7 bad year. And then 1 year later, they're just back to, like,
yeah.
playoff contender.
Also, for all the people that were hating on us, it's so hard to predict rivalry games. Like, who would have thought that OU would come down? Like, if you're sitting in the stands at the Cotton Bowl, I'm sure, like, our boys Dickie and Braxton and everybody that's an OU fan that we know, like, they're just not sitting there like, oh, we're going to score right here. Like, I know
Yeah.
as an optimistic Ohio State fan, I know my head's out of the water sometimes, but I'm realistic. Like, versus Notre Dame, I thought we were losing that game.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking we're winning that game.
I don't think any OU fans that actually like truly know football went in there thinking, not thinking that I'm not going to say thinking that they were going to win, but thinking that they were just going to be like, oh, this is easy win, like we're winning this shit.
It is so
Like
hard to predict
it's not
rivalry
that
games.
doesn't happen.
Yeah, it is so hard. Like every year, Ohio State, Michigan, even when Michigan was bad, I hate playing Michigan. Same thing with Penn State. Maryland always gives us a run for our money. Like they're just those teams. Like we played Purdue this week.
Yeah.
And like I'm nervous about it because Purdue's like
Yeah, and
they're just one of those kryptonite teams
and
for
you
us.
guys will be up 13-10 at halftime, and
Yeah.
they'll score 30 points in the fucking second half.
We're a second half team. We always have been. We always will be. But
Yeah, well, it
it's
ain't gonna work
frustrating.
against Michigan.
No, or Penn State.
Yeah,
Penn State's good.
hang on. Let me make sure this is recording. I'll cut this out. Okay, we're good.
We're good?
I just didn't remember. I just didn't remember pushing the button. I just wanted to make sure before
Yeah.
we got like completely.
Yeah, I mean, like I've said, I still believe on paper Texas is the better looking team as far as depth, but you find a way to win football games, and OU did that. So props to them.
Their defense is really good.
Yeah, they look good.
Danny Stutsman's a dog.
Yeah.
Do you know who that is? Their linebacker.
Yeah, they do with the curly hair,
He has
The perm.
braids. He has braids.
like the blonde perm that was in the interview with Brett Venables at the end, where Brett Venables was talking about getting on his knees, and he was like,
Yeah, well, he has braids.
"Yeah,
like dreads.
oh, it looked like a perm to me from the video." Okay,
But and did you see his he got a Longhorns down tattoo right here?
no
For the
way.
game. Yeah, but
That's funny.
yeah, they did lose one of the receivers out for the season. Michigan transfer Angelo Anthony.
Yeah,
He was the one who caught the game-winning touchdown. I think it was him.
were they
No,
celebrating?
it
or
wasn't him. It wasn't him.
Okay.
It was Nick Anderson who caught it. But Angelo Anthony is out for the season. Do you know who Nick Anderson is?
I've heard that name.
Do you know who Rodney Anderson is?
Mhm.
The little brother.
Oh, really?
Rodney Anderson was a dog.
Yeah,
bro.
at OU he was good.
Rodney Anderson was a dog at OU.
Yeah.
I remember like that dude was a freak. He just could never stay healthy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nick Anderson is his little brother, and he's
Cool.
He's a freshman. He's really good. So
I did not know that. What do you know?
all right, let's get into Chet versus Wemby. I'm really excited to start talking about NBA.
Me too.
And we went to this game the other night. Chet and Wemby pro debut, I guess. I mean, it was preseason, but
Yeah, still count it.
yeah, they're both freaks, bro. Wemby's crazy.
Wemby's crazy. Chet's impressive, bro.
Yeah, like we're back, bro.
Not Ohio State. Oklahoma City Thunder did not play really good defense that preseason game the other day versus the Spurs, but you could tell when Chet was in the game that our rim protection and as far as people just getting in the lane, like, was a ton better than it has been the past 2 years.
He went 7 for 10, 21 points, 9 rebounds, 2
Yeah.
of 2 from 3 in 16 minutes.
Yeah. most impressive to me was not even just his points. It was just the defensive ability that he brings and like just his presence down low.
Bro.
We've missed that.
Yeah, bro, we're so bad.
He's skinny.
We're so bad.
Chet's a scrawny guy, but like he's put on some weight, but also like he's a great defender.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
He's long enough where he can get bodied but still swat you.
Yeah. And then
I think
Wemby,
we're gonna see that.
bro.
Yeah,
that one play where he went under Chet like this.
Yeah, it was
insane.
He did a spin. Okay, first and the most impressive thing is he took one dribble to the 3-point line, got to the box, then his spin move took him across the whole paint.
Yeah.
And then he just jumped and scooped it with his left.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro.
It's so awkward looking watching his body move, but he controls his body so
bro,
well.
You should not be 7'4" and be able to dribble the fucking basketball like that.
I know.
That's not even realistic. Like
I know.
that's fucking crazy, bro. And then he can shoot too. He
was knocking down threes in pregame.
He hit
good.
He's hit 2 threes during the game.
Yeah. He's a player, man. I'm excited to watch him and see how they do with him. I just hope he doesn't get hurt. That's my biggest fear is like he just gets hurt.
That's why.
Not like Chet injury, but just like he just can't stay healthy. Like he just has.
He's just too
injuries.
fucking like lanky.
He's
bro.
entertaining, bro. Like Chet, like
bro. Wemby and Chet are gonna be like the two who are just going at it for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Like
Chet is legit.
Like it's literally gonna be like back in 2016 we saw it was a big deal of like Warriors versus Cavs, Curry versus LeBron. It's gonna be fucking Wemby versus Chet.
So back when Chet was getting drafted with Paulo and Jabari Smith in that draft, I know you know this, but I was on the Chet bandwagon. Like I wanted Chet, and I publicly said that to people. I was so glad we got him because the Thunder need. Like, Steven Adams obviously isn't your traditional big anymore. Chet's more of your traditional big. But just the way Chet shoots and his ball handling on top of the way he defends is like a guard.
He's going to be good,
his
bro.
guard skills remind me of KD, but he's not as knockdown of a shooter
He was
and a scorer as KD.
He was literally bringing the ball up the court.
Yeah, he reminds me of KD in the fact that he's tall and lanky and his ball skills are there. He's just not the scorer yet that I believe KD is, obviously, because he's...
I don't know as far as KD. I don't know as far as...
Like... Not saying that he is KD, but like there's parts of his game that remind me of KD's game. But
I don't. I feel like they have different game. I feel like Chet can. I don't know. I disagree. I think Chet has a way different game because Chet's gonna stay. Kevin Durant's game is mid range.
That's what I'm saying. They're different games. They're different games, but there are similarities within their games of things that they both do well. And I think the main thing of that is ball handling.
I guess. Yeah. I don't.
Chet plays like a guard. He does not play like a big man unless he's down low.
Well, yeah,
like if Chet was 6'5", you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, he's not gonna be like a ball handler.
No, as he shouldn't be because we have Shea and all these guys. But Chet can bring up the ball. He's not like your Steven Adams big.
Yeah, I don't want him bringing the ball up though.
No, I don't either. But he can if we need him to.
Yeah, which we won't.
But would you rather have hypothetically? Would you rather have Lou Dort or Chet bringing up the ball?
Lou Dort. There's no reason for Chet to not be in the paint.
I know, but I think Chet has similar.
There's no
ball
reason for
skills
Chet
to Lou Dort.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So does Wemby.
I know.
Chet doesn't need to be bringing the ball up.
I know he doesn't, but I'm just saying like.
I'd rather have our guard.
That point when he progresses his game to that point where he could be a ball handler, more of an on-ball guy like KD is.
Yeah, but I don't see that happening.
Not yet.
Not because he can't. Just they don't.
That's what I'm saying. We don't need him to do that. But
Yeah.
hypothetically speaking,
What do you think about Case and Wallace?
To be honest, I wasn't impressed at the game, but the more and more I looked into how the game flow was and just everything afterwards, I watched some highlights and stuff like that. Great defender.
Yeah.
That's going to be his skill. Is we're going to put him on their point guard and he's going to lock them down. Like Dort's already our guy as far as.
But he's going to be the one holding it down when Dort's on the bench.
Yeah.
Like we're not going to have.
Yeah, Kaysen, like great defender. If he averages more than 10 points this year, I'd be surprised in a game.
Yeah, he's not. He's not gonna.
Yeah.
He's not gonna shoot more than 5 shots a game.
No, he shouldn't. I mean, not that he can't. Like he hit some shots, but
yeah, we don't. He's not that guy for us.
Not yet, at least.
But bro, people are overlooking the Wemby versus Chet thing. Like I think Casey Wallace is solid, bro.
Mm-hmm.
His plus minus was 19. He didn't score. He only went 1 for 3 with 2 points, but he had 5 rebounds and 3 steals.
Mm-hmm. And those are things that
matters.
Like, when you're at the game, you don't really think about unless it's like a huge play, because like there was a point when I looked up and I saw that he only had 2 points and he'd been playing for like 12, 13 minutes. I was like, dang, okay.
Yeah.
But then like you look at the stats and you look at some of the things he did that led to plays like J-Dub scoring or a corner 3 for Dort or just things like that you don't see as a lot. Like he's going to be a guy that does a lot of the little things that you may not see on the spread on the box score.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think the Thunder are back.
So from what you saw for that game, obviously the starting 5 is pretty set. You're just going to input Shea where Kaysen was.
Yeah.
Who do you think are the first 3 guys off the bench?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I thought Mitra should be the 6th man.
Mm-hmm.
Him, Kaysen, and probably Uzman, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to say Uz looked good, and I think the Thunder are really high on him. I'm interested to see like his first 10 games of the year, how they go. I think that'll determine a lot of his playing time. Like if he starts off pretty well, like Isaiah Joe did last year, where he kind of proved himself early and he just stuck. I think Uz could be that.
We might not need. Speaking of Isaiah Joe, we might not need that man. Because Davis is a fucking
Davis
dog,
Bertans was the Latvian laser, as they call him. He was
popped in the game and just went 4 for 4, stroking that thing, bro.
Yeah, he's solid. So
that's crazy, bro. He's so unathletic, and you look at that dude, you're like, bro, no way, this dude's NBA hooper.
The Thunder, in my opinion, like if you're an outsider, you don't really know a lot of these guys. Like no one really knows there's another Jalen Williams besides J-Dub.
Yeah.
But like as a Thunder fan, I think we're a pretty deep team. Like we've got a lot of guys that could have playing time, but like they're not gonna have room for them.
Yeah, like Trey Mann.
He's the first one.
Like he's so raw, but
or if Bertans becomes the guy and Joe is kind of seeing his way out and he only gets like 6-7 minutes a game.
Yeah, which we just re-signed Isaiah Joe. I'm pretty sure.
30. Not for a ton of money, but like.
Yeah, I know, but like he was seen to be a part of the future.
Yeah.
And then Bertans comes along. So
we'll see. It'll be interesting to see this year. I'm excited though.
We'll do an NBA episode soon and get more into it, but yeah, I'm excited. I think Thunder 5-6 seed this year.
ESPN had them. They do like a simulation.
Yeah.
With like 1,000 different scenarios or whatever, and the Thunder popped up as finishing 11th in the West. Like
that's worse than last year.
I know.
That's not.
I don't think that's happening. I think we're like a solid 8 seed this year.
Yeah, that's ESPN FPI shit.
Yeah, I think we're a solid 8 seed this year.
I think we're like 6, 5-6. I could see it.
Shea MVP.
If we're good, I mean,
I think Shea could win the MVP.
He'd have to have his same stats from last year, and we'd have to be good.
Yeah,
but
it's hard to beat Jokic and Embiid.
If Jokic does that again,
yeah,
he should win. He should have won it last year, in my opinion. But
yeah, true.
Anyways, I want to talk about USC versus Arizona because not only because we talked about playoff a second ago, but this game was 43-41, went into 3 overtimes, and USC ended up winning. Caleb Williams literally just bails. USC's not good. USC's not good. Caleb Williams just bails them out, bro. Time and time and time again. I don't even know why I was awake, but it was like 1:30. I wasn't awake. I woke up at like 1:30. Check. It's third overtime. I hop on there and start watching it. I'm literally watching it on my phone. It's third overtime, and I see Caleb Williams like make this craziest fucking throw, bro. He's like running to the right, but he's facing the end zone. His body, bro. I don't know.
Like some Mahomes stuff.
Bro. It's just some crazy. Like USC's gonna lose. They're not good. If they can't score 40 points, they're gonna lose.
They are literally Ohio State from last year.
This defense is worse.
USC's
defense is worse.
It was pretty bad last year.
Giving up 40 points to Arizona.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think y'all would let Colorado score 40.
Yeah, it's tough.
USC's gonna lose to somebody. They play. Who do they play this week?
They play Oregon or Washington.
Well, they play them both at some point. I don't know who they play. I think they play Washington this week. I think.
No, Oregon plays Washington this week. It's where game day is.
Oh, I don't know who USC plays, but they're losing at some point.
Yeah.
Utah, fucking Oregon, Washington.
Oregon State.
They're
Somebody.
they're losing a game. Yeah, that's all I have about that. Arizona's quarterback's really good though. He's a freshman.
What's his name?
Jaden Feedy or some shit. I don't even know. I had never heard of him.
Speaking of just the Pac-12, if you tailed us on any bets last week, we apologize.
I don't even want to. I didn't even bring up our picks because we literally our locks both went 1 for 5.
Yeah.
And then we went 3-2 on college football and 8-6 on NFL. So
if you wanted free money last week, you faded us.
if you wanted free money, you lost it all.
Yeah.
That's what.
It was rough. We'll have a better week this week, though. We'll have some picks this week.
I hope so.
I'm getting in the lab.
Yeah, because those locks are fucking unlocks to your bank account. All right.
Yeah.
Bears versus Commanders. This was you picked the Commanders, which I mean it's like not
that's
that's
what
not
everyone was
dumb.
going with. Yeah, like
I picked the Bears because I saw it would have been the first time since the 90s that they would have been 0-5, and Justin Fields has been playing really good the last 2 weeks, and I was like, no way they lose. And I saw the Commanders kind of not play good the week before, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go Bears. And then DJ Moore scores me 49 points in my money fantasy league, and I win, the pick.
You know what's funny about that is the guy I was playing in our fantasy league had DJ Moore and Justin Fields on his bench.
Yeah, that's like,
and he still won.
That's like, wait, you lost?
I lost by 10.
That's like 80. That was probably like 70 fantasy points.
Yeah, 75, 80 points.
Yeah.
And he had Breece Hall was his last player, and Breece Hall went off for 28 points.
Well, I'm 1-5 in our fantasy league.
Oh my God, you're terrible.
1-4.
Whatever week we're in.
1 and whatever the fuck.
We play each other this week.
I know, and I'm projected to win like I am every fucking week because my team is so good, and then I get fucked by somebody.
Apparently
This
not.
week it was Jordan Love. He scored 5 points or 3 points. I needed him to score 10.
Yeah, my running backs let me down this
And then
week.
Madison scored that 1 week, and then the other weeks I played the highest scoring fucking team in our league. It's so unlucky.
Tough.
But hey, I'm undefeated in my money league, so
That's all that matters.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I've never been this bad in the league before, so I don't want to be bad. But like, bro, it's
If
not
you're
not
gonna be
even
bad in one, that's the one to be.
it's not even me. It's not even me, bro. Like, I get so unlucky. My team is solid, and now I have Justin Jefferson on the IR. So
Yeah. So I looked at the thing today. For me, I'm the 8th highest scoring team, so I'm not scoring a lot of points,
Wait.
which is
I mean, you're 2 and
unfortunate.
3.
Yeah, but I'm also giving up the second most in the league. I've given up the second most points, so I don't even know how I'm 2 and 3 because according to those stats, I should be like 0 and 5. So I have no idea how.
I wonder if I've scored more than you.
Probably have.
I'm about to look,
I would assume so.
cause, bro, I get so unlucky. It's so bullshit, bro.
I always have like 2 players every week that just.
This is the one
Done.
week I had to play Jordan Love because my quarterback.
But Jordan Love had been doing good the first 3 weeks.
I know, and the 1 week I need him to play because Herbert's on a bye, he scores fucking 3 points. I'm about to. How do I look at that?
So you go to standings.
Oh,
Or no,
shit.
scroll down. Are you on the main page? No, scroll down. Go back to league.
No, this is it. Points. I have scored 80 more points than you. I've scored 80 more points than you.
How many have you given up? That probably means a lot. You've probably given up more.
I've given up 40 more points than you have.
So you're the highest in the league for points against.
No. The person who is in 6th place and is 2 and 3 is the highest in the league. 734.
Mm.
I've given
So
up.
you're just getting unlucky, basically.
Yeah.
You're playing the wrong teams on the wrong week.
Yeah.
It happens in fantasy, though. Like, you have a really good week, and your buddy has a really good week, and you
If I'm
lose.
at 1 and 4, can I bounce back? Like, is there
Yeah.
any coming back?
Yeah.
I've never been this bad before.
Yeah. I mean, I started off like 1 and 4 last year, and I almost made the playoffs.
Well, missing the playoffs is a failure. I
Okay,
mean, bounce
well,
back and make the playoffs.
I had the same record as the guy who made it before me. It was just the tiebreaker is always points for,
Yeah.
and he had scored more points than me.
Yeah.
But we had the same record.
Well, you missed the playoffs. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
but
don't want to
like,
miss the.
I was in the running.
Okay, by bounce back, I mean make the playoffs.
Yeah, you can.
We'll see.
I mean, look.
It starts
There's
this
only
fucking
1
week.
and 4 team. There's only 1 4-1 team. Everybody else is in the middle.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about
2
our
and
league.
3,
No
I
one's
think.
off too far. No one's down too much right now. It's pretty even.
Yeah. After this week, I could be 2 and 4, and that person could be 4 and 2, and then
Yeah. There you go.
I just gotta fucking get Justin Jefferson back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we started from that Bears-Commanders game, but Steelers versus Ravens. This is another pick that we both picked the Ravens, and then how the fuck do the Steelers beat the Ravens? Because Marlon Humphrey gets burned by George Pickens with a
Not
minute
even
left.
that, bro. Both teams suck.
It was 10-10 when that happened. That was at the end of the fourth
That
quarter.
pissed me off so bad because the Ravens they dropped 7 balls.
Yeah.
And it was pissing me off. Mark Andrews had a drop. Lamar was just throwing the ball weird. He threw a bullet pass to Mark Andrews in the end zone that shouldn't have been a bullet pass. Zay Flowers dropped a couple. Who else?
Yeah.
The receivers.
I fucking bet Zay Flowers over receptions. It was 4.5, and he had 3, and he dropped 3 balls.
Yeah.
Drop. Not. It wasn't a bad.
Oh, they bounced off his brick hands.
Yeah.
Bad. It was Kadarius Toney bad the first week.
Yeah.
So, and then Lamar fumbled to end the game, and it's just stupid. Both teams suck.
The Ravens should not be bad.
The AFC North is everyone's oh, it's such a tough division, blah blah blah, but none of those teams have really done anything at all this year.
Yeah.
The Bengals are disappointing, the Steelers aren't good, the Browns are Deshaun can't stay healthy, and the Ravens suck.
Yeah. It's a weird division. Next game, very intriguing game to me. 49ers versus Cowboys. 49ers win 42-10. Purdy throws 4 touchdowns. Prescott throws 3 interceptions. Dak Prescott is ass.
He's cheeks.
He's ass, bro.
He is.
In the words of LaShawn McCoy, he is ass.
That was funny, bro. He was can I say this on TV?
Bro.
Dak Prescott.
Bro, every year, Cowboys fans just... This is
my
the year, man.
My favorite thing ever is watching Stephen A. Smith's laughing videos after Cowboys
he
lose.
He puts the camera and he's he just starts going crazy.
Bro, it's so funny.
Bro, I look forward to those every time the Cowboys lose. And he's always wearing his Under Armour tank top, bro. Yeah. I see it. It's the same shit. Bro, Cowboys are ass, bro. I know the 49ers are the best team in the league by far. But
they got exposed this week. It was embarrassing.
The Cowboys are supposed to have the best defense in the league.
Yeah.
And they gave up 42 points. The 49ers, who don't have a crazy offense.
Do you think this game says more about how the 49ers are that good, or the Cowboys are bad, or not as what we thought they were?
Cowboys.
I think so
not
too.
Being what we thought they were.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think we know what the Niners are.
I think everyone has bad weeks, but
yeah,
that was rough.
Yeah. Who's their backup?
Who?
The Cowboys.
For quarterbacks?
Yeah. Trey Lance.
Trey Lance.
Is
it that time?
Trey
Lance time?
Dude, if Dak goes out there, I don't know who they play this week.
That's funny because all the reports were too Trey Lance is over there giving them all the secrets and all this stuff. It's brother.
Yeah.
You can't even stop the run.
yeah. Cowboys. I don't know. I pray on the Cowboys' downfall.
Hey, whatever they did though, eliminating Micah Parsons from the game. I know they're down Trevon Diggs, but
ever since I said Micah Parsons is the most dominant player in the NFL, he hasn't done shit.
Game plan around avoiding him or keeping him out of the game, and you'll win games.
Yeah. Go Niners though. Go Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Speaking of Brock Purdy, have you seen all that shit saying that he still lives with a roommate?
Yeah, he does.
I know. But why I'm saying this is because he makes $800,000, and they're acting like he's he can't afford to live on his own. It's he lives with a roommate, still drives a Toyota Sequoia due to his salary.
No, he just chooses to live that lifestyle. He doesn't need all the bling.
I know that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're portraying it as
he takes everything out.
They're portraying it as he's getting paid.
No, maybe he just enjoys not living by himself and having a friend around and driving the car that he's got paid off. And
that's what I'm saying.
I know it's stupid.
Media's bro, $800,000 is plenty of money to live on your own. Get your own car, whatever. Sure. We'll drive what you want. They're acting like he doesn't make enough money because he was drafted the last pick.
Stupid, but
shout out Brock Purdy. He's a dog.
Yeah, he looks good.
We already talked about Justin Jefferson being on the IR, and so is Devon Achane. You have him, which helps me because we played with him this week, and he gets 2 touchdowns every fucking week.
Yeah, and my running backs besides him let me down. I also have Derrick Henry and James Cook, and they both laid goose eggs last week for me, so I need them to pick.
Bro, I hate seeing these players get hurt.
Yeah.
Jefferson is having such a... obviously, he just does what he does.
Yeah.
And then Achane is, going crazy now.
Yeah.
Like, he literally is, like, top 5 in rushing.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Jefferson's top 5 in receiving as well, and now they're both out at least 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's tough, but that's just the way it is. It happens every year. And we get down to these. I think it's funny how, like, everyone in training camp is like, oh, this player's getting cut or they're not going to play. And then, like, 2 weeks later, they're on the active roster and, like, starting. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so funny to see rosters over time change, or, like, guys in fantasy that you pick up late, like, mid-year. And they just become studs and win your league. And it's crazy to think about.
Puka's that guy for people this year.
Yeah.
I didn't get him in my leagues.
Puka either. Jonathan has him in our league.
I didn't get him in either. Not one of my 3 leagues did I get him, but hey, he still had 8 receptions with cutback. Bro, they literally just doubled them. Like,
yep,
they both just still get 8 receptions. So that's good to see.
Yeah.
Kai Jones gets waived after requesting a trade on Twitter. He tweets, "I have officially requested a trade from the Charlotte Hornets," and then they're just like, "Okay."
What's up with all these, like, stupid NBA head, like James Harden stuff that we talked about last week? Like what sport do you feel like has the most privileged athletes? I really think it's NBA.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, the most, like,
bro, like, Kai Jones is a fucking bomb. He's averages.
No one, like, the average fan doesn't know who Kai Jones is.
He averages 2 points. The only thing he does is, like, dunk. He's a good dunker.
Whoop-de-doo.
But, like,
playing Charlotte, buddy, no one's gonna see it
first
because
of
no
all,
one watches your games.
why are you requesting a trade? You bring no value to any team. He doesn't even play. He's, like, off the bench center for the Hornets, which means nothing. Second, nobody wants to trade for you.
No. What am I gonna give up for you?
They literally, the Hornets,
29 second round pick.
The Hornets literally just waived him. They're like, okay,
bye.
You don't want to be here? Well, we can't get anything for you.
Cool.
See ya.
See ya.
And now he's not going to be on a team. Why would you do that right before the season starts?
I don't know.
Now he's not getting paid. I don't think he was a first-round pick.
I don't remember if he was or not, to be honest.
No, he was a first-round pick. I did see that, so I guess he does get guaranteed money. But welcome to Shanghai, buddy.
Yep. See you in Australia with LaMelo's old team. Or wherever LaMelo played.
Lithuania.
Yeah, Lithuania.
Last headline I have: Rangers sweep the Orioles 3-0. Like you said, and like we said, I didn't pick them, but I said you picked them, and then we knew one of those favorites was going to lose, and
yeah,
Orioles were the first to do so. Might be the Dodgers next.
Yeah, and then I remember we talked about it last week too. I said the Phillies could upset the Braves, and it's a good series so far. I'm enjoying that series.
And they're losing 8-2 right now.
Braves are losing 8-2 as we speak in Game 3. So.
Fuck, bro, what the fuck?
Phillies are a good team, man. They've got the pitching, they've got the guys, they've got the experience.
So do the Braves. Why are they?
I know.
Bryce Elder's buns, bro. Get out of here. Why are you starting?
Isn't he like a big lefty, like soft lefty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, let's see if he's still in.
No shot he's in if he gives up 8 runs.
It's
AJ got pulled like an inning in the third.
AJ Smith-Shawver, the fucking rookie.
Yeah,
he's like 20.
He's mop up minutes.
Acuna's 2 for 3. Dude.
He was double the payout for an RBI today on Underdog.
I bet. Bro, these are the games Braves comes back from. I'm not saying it's going to happen. It probably won't because the Phillies are too good to let that happen. But they came back the other night.
I don't know. We'll see. That's why playoff baseball is great. Speaking of playoff baseball, Jordan's going crazy.
Is he?
Jordan's going to win.
I haven't even seen anything
playoff
about
MVP.
them.
He's hit like 3 bombs.
I literally haven't seen a thing about him.
I mean, they're playing the Twins. That's why. Yeah. But, yeah, Jordan's going crazy. Playoff Jordan. He's always a good playoff player.
Yeah.
Like every year. It's crazy.
It's easy when you're stealing signs. I'm kidding.
He wasn't on the team.
I know.
He was in the system, though. He just went on the team. Oh, man.
All right, that's all I have. Is there anything else I'm missing? I feel like there is.
No, I think we covered everything. The big thing for me was Chet and Wemby. I was so excited to talk about that. That's going to be so fun.
We need to make an NBA episode.
Yeah.
Just like strictly do like
preview and predictions and
yeah.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Gucci.
All right, that's gonna wrap it up for us tonight. I'll get this out tomorrow, and then I guess we'll record a preview episode ASAP because we're behind.
We'll have it out sometime.
We're behind, but appreciate y'all listening, and we'll see you next episode. Peace.
You're